All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you for those who came. I know a lot of my friends, even my close ones, they're like literally all over the place, so that's why I'm videoing this. So, yeah, thank you all who are here in person, and looking forward to share some of my stuff with you. So, let us begin. Would you believe me if I told you that 3 years ago, I didn't have a camera? I checked my receipts, and in just a couple of days, 3 years ago, June 22, 2022, I bought my first camera. My journey with photography and videography has been brief in the grand scheme of things, but my journey with creativity started a long time ago. When I was 1, my parents gave me a stuffed animal called Humphrey. It was my favorite stuffed toy. I still have it to this day, and over the years, young Ezekiel would tell of him and his Humphrey friend, and it became so much more. When I was 5, I started violin lessons and then stopped, only to start again later at 7. To be honest, I kind of sucked. I kid you not, when I left for Singapore, my violin teacher told me to never tell anyone that she was my teacher. Well, that wasn't the best thing for any teacher to say. In her defense, I wasn't really that good of a student. My mom would literally have to sit with me every time to assure that I would focus and practice. And yet, while I was 15, I truly fell in love with the violin and still play to this day. When I was 7, I would draw ideas from my stories and imaginations in a little green book. When I was 12, I wrote an idea that would become my earliest musical composition. Creativity was always an essential part of my life, but it was always on the side. Academically, I was in a path conventional for people from my faith and cultural context. I was in STEM early high school, doing what we called in Singapore triple science double math. Physics, chemistry, biology, core and advanced math. I was studying calculus and everything. On a path towards something like medical school, with my parents being in health. I could have been a doctor with an artistic streak, and I know many of them are. But something happened that changed all of that. When I was 15, a perfect storm hit. Singapore academics got too rigorous and hard to bear. Faith community for me was unfortunately not supportive and even hurt me. My parents were a ministry couple that worked together, and that cost in our family can sometimes weigh heavy. No matter how hard I tried in life, it wasn't enough. It felt like I wasn't enough. Things that I valued, like grades, weren't attainable. I felt misfit for the system I was in. Things that I hoped would support me in that time of life failed me. I had fallen through the cracks. My life slowly lost its meaning. At that point, I lived a little aimlessly, a shell of a person. I questioned my purpose and direction in life. I honestly threw out my institutional faith. But before I gave up anything, I wanted to truly find God for myself. And that's what set me on a life path of 10 years that has brought me here today. My decision to some ways reinvent myself, to be truer to myself than I've ever been, change creativity from what was kind of a side hobby to a way of life and a potential career wasn't a life one. There were deep spiritual intentions, a calling, if I may, to walk a different path than what was conventional, what I found myself misfit for. So in order to contextualize the collegiate work that I want to share with you today, I want to first briefly share some of my high school art, my first attempt at formalizing the creativity that I always had. My final exhibition in high school was called The Stranger Within, reflecting on myself and my creative process. I felt like I didn't know myself. I only knew what the world wanted of me, which didn't work out. To briefly show some pieces, this piece, the figure, depicts a silhouette of me kind of shrinking into myself, into what maybe you could describe to be the creative and technical landscape of my mind, struggling to break free, beginning a inner journey of self-discovery. Another piece, City of Sound, might look like a music score kind of deconstructing and freeing itself if you look at it sideways. But if you actually look at it vertically, you might notice that it's kind of a bit of a city. This piece kind of reflected my journey with music, perhaps exploring it beyond its structure to find its soul. This last piece that I want to share, machinations, it's pretty abstract. For me, it reflected what felt like conflict between the creative and technical ideas of myself. While it just is seemingly a whole bunch of random symbols and colors, for me it was a collage of ideas and symbols that were meaningful to me in life. A common idea in these pieces was my struggle to be creative. It always felt like my ideas were caged, struggling to be expressed and shared. Part of this was true in a very literal way. Would you believe me if I told you that I did this on Mac's word processor pages? I didn't do this on like Photoshop or something that one would conventionally do art on. I literally did it on a word processor. I was literally using the wrong tools for the job. I did pretty decent artwork, struggled a bit, but because I was using the wrong tools, it was only so good. So what happened if I tried to learn how to use the right ones? This was one of the reasons that led me to study film. But as it turns out, that wasn't the only reason why these past few years have been so meaningful for me. Through a chance encounter, I found myself connected to the chaplain's office on campus. And from sticking around and volunteering, I found myself working a spiritual life for the next 3 years with multiple generations of teens. There is something deceptively simple about the way the spiritual life office, people like Pastor Jason, spoke and lived faith that I deeply resonated with and loved to support. My personal faith, to be honest, wasn't based on rousing music, awesome visuals, great photos, or videos. But what I did, which was pretty much some of those things, capturing moments and creating meaning for others, seemed to be well received. So I kept doing that. So, to start out, I'd like to showcase an excerpt of my videography in recognition of the work that I've done for Spiritual Life and other groups on campus.
What Jesus says is this: whoever hears these words of mine and puts them into practice, it's like a wise man who built his house on the rock.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, unity!
You're worth it all, and you're everything, and you are my life, and you are my king.
convincing set 3-0 match count.
Would you believe me if I told you that 3 years ago I didn't have a camera? Honestly, I wouldn't believe myself either. But here we are. Of the various art forms that I've interacted, that funneled into film, music, writing, and art, among others, as I've shared a little bit. Music was my oldest and strongest. So when I thought about something practical that I could specialize in, within film during my early college years, sound and music was a natural fit. My choice of a music minor embodied that. Interestingly enough, that wasn't actually what truly spoke to me during my time here. And due to life circumstances and my class schedules, I regrettably had to drop that music minor in order to graduate this year. Though music may not be physically on my paper degree, it undoubtedly has had a great influence on my work. My innate musicality made me a pretty natural video editor, even though I came to this pretty early on. And before that, all of my films, in some way, have had original music partly or fully composed by me. So with that, I want to share several music videos that I've done during my time here, in collaboration with the music department, as well as some other ministry groups on campus. So I'll be sharing 3 music videos. The first is Melody by Skoryk. It's actually a Ukrainian piece. It was played by Myroslava, Khomik, a violinist, while we were on tour in my sophomore year with the orchestra here in Europe. The second one I like to play is a Korean art song called Song of the Loom. This is actually performed by Dr. Lee, Dr. Raejin Lee, Dr. Kimo Smith, and also Dr. Martin Glittich from our music department as well. And this is another music video. And the last one is something that I actually did recently, which is just a short little excerpt, Nothing But the Blood, a spiritual piece that we did with ReAct Ministries on campus.
And what can wash my sin away? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. And what can make me whole again? It's nothing but the blood of Jesus. And oh, precious is the flow that makes me white as snow. No other fount I know. It's nothing but the blood of Jesus. Oh, precious is the flow that makes me white as snow. No other fount I know. Nothing but the blood of Jesus. It's nothing but the blood of Jesus. Nothing but but the blood of Jesus. Nothing but the blood of Jesus. Nothing but the blood of Jesus. Oh, the blood, oh, the blood, oh, the blood of Jesus. Oh, the blood, oh, the blood, oh, the blood of Jesus. Oh, the blood, oh, the blood, oh, the blood of Jesus. Oh, the blood, oh, the blood, oh, the blood of Jesus.
So within the context of a lot of these projects, I've taken a lot of classes on audio tech and things like that. And as much as I love music, I just could not care to go in such detail over every single audio thing, even though these were things that I could very much have done. Surprisingly, in my time in college, what I found myself gravitating to was something deeper at the heart of filmmaking, storytelling. Something also that was spiritual for me that lay in this heart of storytelling. To be frank and honest with you, I'm someone who finds myself in this exact moment in life, spiritually unhoused. I hopped around churches, in my time here, looking for a space, hanging out with friends, but I haven't really found spiritual community in the way that I hoped for because of deeper reasons. So in the meantime, in my time period in college, in order to stick around, I actually found it best to, as I kind of parse these different things in life, to work and serve, like how I did in spiritual life. Because maybe for now, while I was kind of parsing things out, it was meaningful to stay connected to community by serving it. One other place that I had the privilege to serve and work for beyond spiritual life was the Loma University Church over in Loma. In many ways, my friends and colleagues over there, some of which were alumni of La Sierra, were more instrumental in my creative growth than in my department over here. I found many opportunities over there to hone my skills into what they are today. So what I want to share with you right now is a short documentary that I edited and collaborated with my friends at Loma University Church. And this is a documentary we did on a hairstylist called Chief Behr.
When I was in junior high and high school, my aunt did hair. So I would like to go and hang out at the salon because I like the environment, the people, the culture. It was like a center where everybody communicated, told stories, information. It just seemed like you were in the center of the universe. My name is Chief Behr. I'm a hairstylist here in Redlands, California. I've been a hairstylist professionally for about 30 years, but I got introduced to the industry early on, so I've been a hairstylist longer than I haven't been a hairstylist. I've been with my wife for 30 years. We were dating at the time, and I had wanted to be a hairstylist, but at that time, it was women or men not like me. I didn't fit in, so I didn't think it would be a career for myself, but one night she said she wanted to color her hair, and I said, well, let's just go buy hair color. And I did her hair color, and just to see the happiness on her face, I was like, I want to do this. And I went to my first hair show, and that just blew my mind. That's when I knew this is what I want to do. The steps that it takes to become a hairstylist is normally you would go to a cosmetology program. So you would go a year and a half, and then you would go to assist in a salon to learn your craft better. I kind of did it backwards. So I assisted for 4 years, but then it got to a point to where I had to get uncomfortable, make that sacrifice. Went to beauty school. I would work graveyards just to make ends meet. And because I assisted so long and I was so comfortable with the craft, I basically opened up my first salon at 23 years old. The biggest way to stay relevant within the trade that you choose is to stay relevant with people. It's all about the connections and the relationships that you build that make you who you are. Because whenever you go out to a party, what would you do with my hair? You know, you always get that question. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a confessional, you know? Like I'm not a priest. I've just always been very sensitive to, I could feel everybody's emotions around me. So I know when someone's sad, when someone's uncomfortable, when someone's mad, so I kind of feed off of that. I've also learned in my industry that this is a ministry. You know, I come in contact with people every day. So there's a lot of times that they'll share some things with me and I'll be able to pray with them. When I opened my very first salon, I owned it for about 12 to 14 years and I felt called to the ministry. So I sold everything, house, cars, everything, moved my wife and 3 boys, and we went out to Hungary. And I went to Bible college, thinking that ministry was something behind a pulpit or within a building, right? So I get all the way out to Europe thinking I'm never gonna do hair again, and that's the very thing that I did that touched people. I did hair for street kids in Italy, I did hair for missionaries that haven't had their hair cut in 25 years, you know? And that was the biggest gift of all. The thing with my trade and my craft is I didn't have to conform to anyone else's ideas, right? I had my own idea of who I was and who I wanted to be. And I could do that and embrace that, and that actually made me an individual brand within my industry. When you beautify someone, the smile that's on their face brings happiness to you. So I just, you know, I'm in a career that people want to come and see you. It's not like a doctor where I have to go in there or I have to do this. People want to come, it's like family. So everybody I touch, everybody I talk to, everybody that is around me is my family.
I've told bigger and crazier stories in my younger days. But I knew that film was basically part business, and there's a lot of groundwork, manpower, and resources to make these things happen. So as sort of a pseudo-international student who started off college without a car and everything, I knew I had to work within my limits. So in my narrative work, I decided to tell campus stories. Stories that involve people around my age and maybe for the people around me. So right now, I'd like to introduce some of my narrative work. 3 short films. First is Everest, which I filmed back in 2022. The Right Move, which I filmed in 2023. And Growth, which I filmed this year and a bit of last year. So yeah, they kind of touch all different things. One was a little funny, relatable thing on campus. The other one leaned a little bit in a cultural direction. And Growth leaned in a interesting personal rom-com direction, I guess, to say the least. So Growth at this moment is not fully complete. We got some music to do, we got some sound to mix, and some visuals to kind of work out, but it pretty much is there. And I'm looking forward to kind of taking a little bit of time after I graduate to really see it to its fruition and completed state. But I'm happy to share a bit with you right now. So this is my narrative work.
Hey, yo, Zeke, what's up? Are you at the dorm right now? Yeah, actually, I'm headed over there. But first, I have to climb the stairs. Hey, wait a sec. Jesus! Hey, Jesus, wait a sec. Jesus! Yo, wait, Jesus!
What's up?
Yo, I was calling your name. Did you not hear me?
Wait, do you actually?
Yeah.
Ready?
好啊。
哪里可以? Since when can you move like that?
Why not?
不可以 The pal can't jump over like that, dude.
And what?
不可以
可以。
不可以
Oh, now you know how to play Chinese chess.
It's not like you do you?
Well, not really, but just let go.
You let go.
No. Sheldon, walao, what's your problem? I just wanted to practice a little bit so that maybe we can beat Gong Gong this year.
Easy. Don't say I didn't warn you if Gong Gong scolds you later for playing the pal like that.
Oh, are you willing to bet your hongbao money that you're right?
Try me.
Ollie? Oliver, come here quick!
Why didn't you bring it?
Sorry, okay. How was I supposed to know I react to that plant?
Of course, you react to anything.
You're the one who wanted to go hiking. All of a sudden. Ollie. Mama needs you to be a big boy now, okay? Please, Mom. Mama forgot her EpiPen. Do you have yours?
You're sure it's enough? It's only a child dose.
Better than nothing. I remember how to open it. And the book cap.
Good, breathe.
Okay.
what's up?
Hey, Lily, random question. You remember that, place Emma likes to hike? Where was it again?
Ollie, we were just there last month. Wait, where are you? Dude, it's raining outside. Are you hiking there right now? Wait, do you have your EpiPen? Okay. Once you get to the top, go straight to the boulders at the end.
Straight? I went left, crap.
Okay, why didn't you tell me you were going hiking? I could have come with you, or even Emma. Ollie, what's going on? Ollie!
Yeah?
Are you finally gonna tell her?
Well, I climbed the hill, so...
Yes! Oh my gosh! Wait, when? How?
I don't know, ask her out maybe on Valentine's Day, like, ask her on a hike.
I mean, it's about time you said something. Wait, what happened?
It's Emma. OMG, Ollie. I was at the nursery and some guy just tried to hit on me again. Are you a succulent? Because I'm succumbing to your charm.
Okay, what's new?
Seriously. Oh.
Hey, Ollie. Ollie.
Hey, Lily, what's that plant Emma's researching again? The
big hydrovillian.
The what? That. Dude, you mean the greater hyadendrovilla?
That one. Does Emma actually have one?
Not that I've seen in our room. Are you thinking of giving it to her?
Hi, nice to meet you guys. So the Student Association is doing this really fun new thing, Adopt a Plant Initiative. Something fun to do, you know, just kind of getting that stress out and spreading good vibes. You can name them yourselves. We have little name tags here. Hi! We're doing this really awesome new thing through the Student Association Adopt a Plant Initiative. So we have little name tags over there. You can go name them yourselves. This one's named, but this guy still needs a name. And you just take them home and
Miss,
you take
are you a
care
succulent? Because I'm succumbing to your charm.
Ollie! You...
Wait.
Oh.
Not with the plant, not with the plant.
What? Oh my God. Let's try that again. Hi, Ollie.
Hey, Emma, how are you?
Good, you?
Good. Are you with the...
Yes, SA is finally rolling out the Adopt a Plant Initiative. I'd give you one, but
yeah,
you know.
it's probably for the best. How's your research paper going?
Not bad. I'm running like 20 pages now, I think.
20? I have like literally 5. It's just an upper gen ed paper.
I swear it's because half of it is just pictures. I only have like 10 pages of text.
Only 10 pages of text.
You know, just a little fun before I transfer next quarter.
Oh, you're really transferring?
Yeah. I confirmed it earlier today. I'm really gonna miss you. Oh, I should get back, but I'll see you later, yeah?
Sure. See ya. Hey, Lily? Do you think I should get this pot? Or this pot?
Does it really matter?
I don't know how big its roots might get.
Did Emma write about it in her paper? Or in like her pages of pictures?
You know, I'll just get both of them.
Wait. Okay. Do you have boots? Or jeans?
Wait.
What's this?
Oh, those are my allergy test results. My mom's been bugging me to test again for the longest time.
Okay. Aloe vera 6. Echinacea 4. Aren't they supposed to have, like, health benefits?
Ironic, right?
Okay, but what's 6 out of?
6?
Huh. How bad is that?
Remember that incident way back at, like, Rowan's birthday party?
Oh!
The garden and everything?
Oh! Wait, do you have your EpiPen?
Yeah.
You'll just take off the cap and...
Yeah. Not almond cake this time. Okay.
Poppy seed. Hi.
Over here.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to give it my name. It's okay. See how it looks like on here? Looks nice, right?
Yeah.
Just gonna go right
yeah,
there.
I like that.
Go ahead and print it. Pull this.
Oh, yeah.
Voila! What do you think?
That's exactly right for the wall.
All right, let's see how it looks. Okay, try to get it even.
Oh, nope, nope, nope. No.
Come on.
Sorry.
Huh? Huh? What do you think? Whoa! Hey!
What are you doing in my room?
Hey!
Seriously?
That plan's not doing too well.
Wait, you have like 37 pages now?
Well, I added more pictures and like 15 pages of text.
Of course. There are strange plants all over the world, like the Rafflesia of Southeast Asia, but none are quite like the Greyhaven.
You mean the greater hyadendrovilla? Yeah.
That.
Right.
Oh, oh!
Ooh, what are you doing?
Oh, I wrote a program to automatically track the pH in water just so it'll automatically water itself.
I don't think you can hack this, man.
What's NAS?
Oh, that's a network-attached storage system. It's a specialized server that centralizes file sharing and data storage. Normally uses a RAID for redundancy purposes. Dietrich attempted to propagate the greater with a cold frame?
Yes. He was trying to get the greater hyadendrovilla to reproduce using cuttings which he incubated in a miniature greenhouse. It was regulated by HVAC, and it replicated the exact environmental conditions he first found the plant in.
Did it work?
Inconclusive.
I don't know what to do. Like, it's still not even blooming yet, and we don't have, like, any time.
Well, did Emma write anything about it in her paper that could help you?
As much as I could read, like, no. As much as I could understand, no.
Well, Emma did talk to her plants. Who's a pretty plant? Say something nice.
You're a pretty plant?
See? It's already helping. I think.
Really?
Thank you, Zeke. And our next presentation is Emma.
Ready?
Gotta be.
Good luck.
There are strange plants all over the world, like the Rafflesia and the Titan arum of Southeast Asia. But none are quite like the greater Hyadendravilla. The greater Hyadendravilla is stunning. Like mood rings, the plant seems to have thermochromic properties and change color with temperature and other environmental factors. Envied for its mesmerizing appearance, this plant defiantly resisted cultivation. Only a few people have successfully raised a greater Hyadendravilla in captivity. And one of them was my mother, Rose. Even so, no one who has raised a greater Hyadendravilla has agreed on the best way to raise it.
Oh, hi.
As I just shared, Tanaka, Dietrich, Guerrero, and Petrov's research, and my mother's experience with the greater Hyadendravilla, they rarely correlate with each other, or even contradicting each other at times.
I'm sorry.
Fine. I'll fix it.
Thank you so
I'll fix it. It's fine. It's fine.
Gotta go.
Okay, yes, I got you.
So if you asked me, what's the best way to take care of the greater Hyadendravilla? To be honest, I don't know. Maybe there are some things science, experiment, reasoning cannot contain. Maybe there are questions we can't answer. At least, not yet. Maybe there's more than one answer and we're all a little bit wrong and a little bit right. Maybe the best we can do is enjoy the mystery. Search every day. And maybe one day, find our answer. My answer. Thank you. I'm gonna water it first thing.
No, wait, what's happening? What's happening? Hey, what's wrong, friend? Ollie!
Oh my god. Please tell me he hasn't been allergic to this plant this entire time.
Here, watch out. Hold it.
No, what? I don't.
Hey, where's your EpiPen? Man, where's his EpiPen?
On his desk, in his room. Go. Okay, take off the safety cap.
The what?
The blue safety cap. Why did you give me the plan? I'm the one who knows how to use the EpiPen.
I don't know, I panicked.
Okay, just, thigh. Jab it in his thigh.
Okay.
Hurry up!
This is my practice pen.
How are you okay?
I don't know.
Oh no. But Ollie, aren't you allergic to it?
Maybe I'm not. Maybe neither of us are.
Who's us? Okay, Ollie, from the beginning, tell me exactly what happened.
I went to go see Emma, but because we couldn't go on the hike, but someone already gave her a hydrangea villa for Valentine's
Okay,
Day.
screw the plant. You could just tell her. I mean, you still got time.
Truth is, Lily, I don't think it was ever gonna work out. At least, not now.
You may never get another chance.
I think I just want to enjoy the time we have left.
Here.
This is beautiful. Thank you. Both of you guys.
I just put up the posters, man.
You think she'll make it?
I know she will. Definitely.
Looks so good. It smells good too.
Right?
Oh, do I just keep stirring it? I don't want to mess
Yeah,
it up.
yeah, just keep stirring.
Just keep stirring it? Okay. So good. Ollie, what are you trying to do? Better research than Emma or what? What's up with that?
Well, I was able to take care of a greater hydrangea villa.
Oh, okay.
Sort
okay.
of.
All right.
Could you help set the table?
Yeah, I got you. Just finish up here. So good.
No way.
I'm serious. Why don't you believe me?
Because.
Hey.
Hi.
You look nice. How are
Thank
you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm just studying at the table. Come on in.
Ollie, guess what I found?
Oh.
Ollie, how are you?
Good. How have you been?
Good. It's so good to see you.
Wait,
I gotta...
Yeah, do what you gotta do. Oh my god, Ollie! What? Ollie. What? How? Why didn't you tell me?
I went to go find your favorite hiking spot, but then I got lost and I found it.
I thought Lily was joking. This is mine. I'm jealous.
Who gave it to you?
My mom. It's a cutting from hers. 4th time's a charm, am I right?
4?
Been trying to take care of the greater Hydrangea all my life, but never got it quite right. I gave up after my third one. And you? Yeah. The weed killer. What? How did you do it?
I wish I could tell you, but I don't really know how.
Hey, Ollie! Hey, this is burning. I don't know what to do.
I told Corey not to. Coming! Sorry.
Emma, food's ready.
Be right there.
Ready?
Okay, let's eat.
Again, guys.
This looks so good.
Well, why didn't you tell me you were taking care of a greater hyadendravella?
Seriously?
You guys, I worked really hard on this.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
All right, come on, guys, dig in. This food's not gonna eat itself. Come on.
Oh my
That
God.
dragon food.
I worked so hard on that. Try that.
Yes,
Try that.
no, I'm
You
so
guys,
excited.
Ollie left me alone in the kitchen for a little while, so I'm sorry if anything's messed up.
it's gonna be like.
I hope so.
You cannot mess up my.
Okay,
What about that? I love that. Yeah. Okay, it's kind of garlicky.
Let me watch you take a
It's
bite.
kind of garlicky.
Take a bite.
Oh, God.
It's good.
Is it good?
It is
Okay.
good. It's good.
I can check my own cooking.
Oh,
The times we spent together, I won't forget. This past that seems so weird. Different time in a different place. Maybe we'll meet and grow together again. I can't forget how you made me feel.
I won't forget how bittersweet this tastes.
So you've seen the right move, you've seen that music. I've got a little bit more to do for this film to get it to kind of where I've got it for the other ones, but I'm excited to take it into summer, work with some of my composers who are also graduating. We're all busy. But yeah, I'm happy to see where this film goes. Those who know me know that this was not the senior project that I had planned. Honestly, if I had a choice, I would not have ever made this story because it was written to an audience of one. I actually was the crazy freshman who had my senior project since my first year, because there was a story that had come to life since the very beginning my time here. Earlier just now I spoke of a chance encounter, one that put me on a path towards spiritual life. It was winter 2022. It was my 4th week on campus. I barely knew anyone. And one day I walked out of my room and saw police on the level in my dorms. I was kind of curious, what was going on? I headed down to warm some food. Then I saw everyone in the dorm lobby. Staff, RAs, admin, chaplains, emergency personnel. I saw lights, there were sirens. I feared the worst. And I was unfortunately right. A student in Racco had died by suicide right there in the doors, just a few doors down from me, while I was in my room. I didn't know him, but for some reason, this was something that I couldn't ignore. If I was someone to grow my creative voice, isn't this something worth using it for, responding to? There was a surprising but deep sense of empathy that I had for someone I didn't even know. But why? As I told you earlier, when I was 15, my life lost all meaning. I lived aimlessly. Shell of a person, I questioned my purpose and direction in life. To be honest then, I was suicidal. Death was comforting compared to life suffering. That was a time that I had nearly lost all hope, and there were only a couple of threads left as I danced alone on the edge of life and death for a season. But when I was 15, I wrote stories. When I was 15, I wrote music. Ideas that gave me a thread of hope that kept me going. Because if I was capable of making something this beautiful, when I was at my lowest, maybe there was something worth living for. Our current university president, Dr. Arthur, he has this mantra, there is a place for you. And as I recall the story that I wanted to tell, under the mango tree, I feel compelled to almost issue a spiritual challenge to strengthen that idea of there is a place for you. What about the ones whose lives have come to a close on these grounds? Was there a place for them? Perhaps by remembering tragedy, by holding fast to a vision, we can strengthen who we are as an institution and a community. I know what it takes to bring a story to life in film. So I'm willing to kill my babies creatively. I never need to make this idea happen. But I also know that this is meaningful for more people than just me. So there's a part of me that will always hope to bring this idea to life one day. And as it turns out, my time here is not yet up. I was actually accepted into the Master of Divinity program at last year. So I'm sticking around for a little longer. Whether or not we get another chance to take a crack at that film after we finish up growth, we'll see. But for now, today, I want to leave you with a little trailer concept for this film that I did in my junior year.
Dreams are weird. But they seem to mean something. Maybe it's our unconscious emotions or memories. The way they connect different images and ideas with some deeper logic. It's almost like a film. So, what do our dreams mean?
When I was 1, my parents gave me a stuffed camel named Humphrey. It was my favorite stuffed toy. I still have it to this day, and over the years, young Ezekiel would tell of him and his Humphrey friend, and all these stories became one bigger story. When I was 7, I would draw ideas from the story in my imagination in a little green book. When I was 15, I composed musical ideas. And while they gave me hope in those moments, they were also based on ideas from the story. The story has been with me for quite some time, taking different forms. And maybe someday, I'll tell it. Maybe about like, give or take, I don't know, 30, 40 years. But today, to close, just for today, I want to share 2 pieces of art with you that I actually finished in one way, shape, or another during my time in college on the side. But I had to put them together because this is a film showcase, and they weren't really filmed. The first one is a deceptively simple poem, one that I had written over a couple years and I finished recently, and the other is a piece that I wrote when I was 15. It was a musical idea that I wrote back in that time that I actually orchestrated all the way up to a full arrangement during my time in college. So to maybe set the stage for this little thing that I wanted to show, I want to tell you, or set up maybe a little bit of a story for you. Imagine a civilization that has hundreds of thousands of years of recorded history, far more than humanity, maybe about 5,000 years. This civilization went through their apocalypse. They went through their end of the world. They almost destroyed themselves. But those who remained sought to never repeat those mistakes again. They sought to live better. They sought to live more right, as best as they could. So they wrote stories, deceptively simple ones that tell to each and every generation for hundreds of thousands of years. To tell from one generation to the next what the meaning of life is. So to end, I want to tell you what I hope to be the story to end all stories. A story to end all stories. I call it the play of life. Have to wait a while for this one. With that, thank you everyone for coming today. It's been a pleasure to share everything with you. Hope you had a good time. Have a good night.
Thank you.